Hey, today I'm gonna show you how to change your transmission fluid in Toyota, Lexus trucks and SUVs that are using Toyota ATF WS world standard transmission fluid. So in my case I'm gonna show you on Toyota Sequoia 2012, but same steps applies to any Toyota, Lexus trucks or SUV. So let me show you on Toyota what to look for. So this is the vehicle that I'm going to be changing on, Toyota Sequoia. This is a platinum. It has an air suspension in the back. Let me show you. It's a platinum right there, as you can see. And since it has air suspension, I have jacks, jack underneath and jack stands to keep in it. I've actually raised this side. That's what I'm going to be crawling underneath, so I have more room to move around. And before you do, you want to find out what type of transmission you have. This is it, the engine bay. As you can see, 5.7 Toyota i-Force engine. And this is the headlight of Toyota Sequoia. So where to find the transmission? This Sequoias, they have four different types of transmission, and to find out what type of transmission you have, Toyota trucks or Lexus SUVs or Toyota SUVs, it's actually right there. It's on this. You open a door, and all the information on this sticker, and it says right there, as you can see, AB Alpha Bravo 60 Frank, AB 60F. So this is the transmission on this Toyota Sequoia 4-wheel drive with 5.7 engine. 2-wheel drive has a different transmission, and the models that have either 4.6 or 4.7 engine, they have a different transmission. I think I don't remember. So if you open up the door, you'll see. You'll find out if it's AB60F or if it's something else. It will just help you get the right washers based on your transmission and location of your refill plug. First, I'm going to start anything. I'm going to show you things you're going to need. You're going to need transmission fluid. According to instructions, it's like 2.2 quarts. But my Sequoia has been sitting in the garage for about 3-4 days. So I might get more than 2.2 quarts when it drains, but I'll find out. So you're going to need transmission fluid. You're going to need some kind of pump or some way to get new transmission fluid back to the system. Since there is no dipstick, you're going to be using some kind of pump, something, whatever works for you. So I have two options. That right there, that I purchased online, I think Amazon, I don't remember, and amsoil. Another pump. So as you can see, so we'll see which one works better for me. You're gonna need a container to catch the old fluid. Make sure you don't spill anything, because you're gonna be measuring whatever comes out. You have to put it back. So you're gonna need container, and make sure you collect everything. You know what I mean? Don't spill anything. And you're gonna need a measuring device. You can use, I'm gonna be using this. It says it's 1 quart, so I'm gonna find out if 1 quart there equals to this quart or not. And I'll be pouring old oil into this container, measuring to see how much came out. You're gonna need parts. Parts you're gonna need is a washer for your drain plug. So this looks like the part number I was able to find online. But I'm not sure if they're same or different for different transmissions, because each vehicle might have different drain plug washer, might not. Refill plug, it's just a rubber O-ring, and these are the part numbers. Next, if you believe in torque wrenches, if you want to torque it, drain plug requires 29. The drain plug requires 29 foot-pounds of torque wrench, and the refill plug is only 15. You're going to need a brake bar. You're gonna need rags to wipe it off. You're gonna need gloves if you want your hands clean, and I strongly recommend a marker to mark it either on a container, either measuring container, or on the can itself where the 1 quart is at. You're gonna need socket. Size 14 socket is for your drain plug. Size 24 socket is for your refill plug. So now let's get underneath the vehicle and I'll show you what is the drain plug, where's the refill plug. So now I'm underneath the vehicle. So there is your drain plug. Drain plug is, there's 2 types of plugs here. There's a drain plug. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. And it has a crash washer. It's not a regular for your motor oil drain washer. It's different, as you seen earlier. And there is an overflow plug. Overflow plug, if you follow the instruction recommended by Toyota, if you are not sure how much came out, then you would use that plug and different instructions to measure how much you need to put back. So this is your drain plug, and right there, right about oil pan, there is your refill plug, 24-inch size, that has all rubber O-ring instead of regular gasket. And it's on your driver's side on 5.7 4-wheel drive Sequoia. Same thing for Tundra and more like Land Cruiser. Before I remove this drain plug, what I'm going to do is break it loose, the refill plug, making sure the plug right there, making sure I can, you know what I mean, it's removable and it's loose. I'm not going to remove completely, I'm just going to break it loose and then I'll drain. Because if you drain and you can't remove your refill plug, well, you're stuck taking it to the dealer. So next step is to drain the oil. So underneath the vehicle, let's see. Oh, it wasn't bad. Even the refill plug was just easily. So I'm going to lift it up so less. Well, as you can see, the oil is not red as it's supposed to be. I don't know if you can see on my hand or not, but it's used like I use motor oil pretty much. So while it's draining, I'm gonna measure how much oil is in quart, or how much quart is, how much is there. So this is what it looks like. This is the bolt, drain bolt, size 14, the crash washer. The actual crash washer is exactly same size right there. So it was a perfect part number. So right there, I'll show you again. And make sure you put it back the way it came out, you know what I mean? That it looks like. So don't rush, take your time. I'll put it back. And now I'm going to show you how to measure. So now I'm going to empty out 1 quart oil into that container, into this container, just to see how many quarts. If it's actually exactly 1 quart, then this will be my measuring. So let's see. As you can see, the fluid is red versus what's in the vehicle, black. don't spill anything. So I'm gonna see how much there. Well, I'm gonna set it on a flat surface so I can see exactly how much is there. So I made a mark. It's actually less than a quart according to this container. So I'm not sure what's more accurate, the quart or the container. See where the quart mark and my black line. So it's a little bit less than a quart. But that will be my measuring device. I'm going to empty out old one into that container and see how many quarts I'll get out. I have some leftover from the last time I changed the oil on my other vehicle, and I'm going to use the pump and see how it works before I crawl underneath the vehicle and and struggle there. So let's see how it works. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it there. Actually, I need the extension for this. There's an extension. So let's see which side is better. They're both kind of the same. So put it there. Something's not right. Doesn't want to go inside all the way. So, plus, by doing this, will give me I will be able to flush it out any impurities in the pump itself. So. I don't want to contaminate anything. So let's see how it goes. It's not working too well for transmission fluid. Maybe it's better gear oil or something. Who knows? I don't know. So this is what came out. I drained using measuring the cup. So I get 4 quarts in that de-icer can, and so pretty much like 4.5 or less. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see and you can compare. See, this is what you got. This is what I got. So I'm going to put a mark right there. So it's 2 1/3 of a quart. So 4 quarts and 2 1/3. As you can see, I'm going to mark it with a marker, that level. I'm going to drain, put it in, clean the container, and then once I put 4 quarts back, I'm going to add that much using that container right there, as you see, back. So I have exactly what came out. I'm going to put it back. So as you saw earlier, it did not work for me. The pump, the fluid pump, this is what I'm going to be using: a funnel, a hose. See if I can zoom out. Yeah. So funnel, I don't know if you can see or not. Funnel, the hose, that's how I'm gonna fill it back, because the pump, with the pump, it just doesn't work. You get some of the fluid and then you have leftovers that you can't even you can even get it back. So this is about 50 inches hose, and it should work. I will show you once on the vehicle. So this is my setup. This is how I did. A funnel attached, since those pumps, they don't work as they advertise. So I ran the hose 50 inches, just enough. And right there where the hole is, the hose, and you see the blue, that's the tape. I taped the hose up in multiple spots. When you start pouring through the funnel, just do slowly. Pour a couple teaspoons, maybe 1 ounce, and see, you know what I mean, if it's not leaking out, if the hose is secure. So that's what it is, you know. And I'll show you another angle from underneath. I taped it up to exhaust one section and one to the body up there, so it keeps the hose. It keeps the hose in place. And right there is the plug. Put the hose in. So this is the drain plug. That's overflow plug. See, it's different connection even. A different size of the wrench you're gonna need. This is 14. So this is it. So this is 5.7 Toyota Sequoia, Tundra, Land Cruiser, same transmission. If it's 4-wheel drive,